Glitter bombs! Glitter bombs, people. Thanks for being here, guys. I still haven't heard from the nurse that was supposed to be calling me at 10 o'clock. I'd say they're a little behind. Soon as I'm on here now, I bet you she'll call. If that does happen, I will shut it down and come back after I had the phone call. This nurse's intake is now to set me up with my own medical general practitioner. Thanks for being here. I am in a different position. I changed my whole area around, people. I changed the whole area around because that's what I do when the north wind blows. I also pop some nugs. Yeah, you don't see it, but I'll show you. I'll show you the nugs I popped. Check it out, the Funk Show, brother. Look at that. My very first nugget. My very first nugget. I'm very excited. So I did find a new spot for my yoga mat where I can get to the floor every morning, get my yoga on. I did find this a little constrictive at first, but it looks decent now. Now it looks like I got a living room. That's not all I did, people. Do you remember that big old peanut butter jar? It now was empty. And oh no, it has a watermelon seed in it. It's got a watermelon seed in it now. And Squirrely repotted the big girl. That's my tomato plant right there. You see that piece of wood? It's not wood, it's cardboard from a box. This right here is a cardboard piece. All the way down, I pushed it right down into the rocks. And so this is rocks on the bottom, and then it's soil, then it's mycorrhizae, then it's soil, sifted, and then it's tomato. It's loving its position. Look how strong it is. My plants are now thriving down here in the little side pooch. I'm gonna leave them there for right now because they love these lights up above me. They are loving these lights up above me. I've got a watermelon seed planted for shits and giggles. I've got 2 peas planted for food. I've got a mandarin orange plant. I've got something else. I got peppers going. The 2 that were together didn't want to come apart, so I kept them together. So they're going to grow up tight and right, but a little stubby. What else have I got going, people? Yes, I got the strawberries, sage. I've got basil in the little cups going. I've got basil in this here going. There's some thyme. I'm going to put them into my big containers that I recycled. Okay? So I have umpteen amounts. Where did they go? I can't find them now. Shit. Well, I had like jars with holes in them. I had a bunch of jars with holes in them. Oh, here they are. Duh. Squirrels lose their mind. So, I'll take them off and I'll show you what I got done. I got holes in all these and I flipped them inside out. Now I'm going to fill them with soil. I'm using potting soil, the seedling start, because most of these, no, I'm not using the seedling start because these are not seedlings down here. So down in here, down in this bag, next to my solo cups, all of this is getting repotted into here. One in each thing. So each thing has its room to grow, and I can, because those were basically deterrers for pests. Like I put in sage because it's good nitrogen. I put in other things. I don't know what they are. I truly don't know what they are. So they're all coming out of that bag, and I'm putting them into their own individual buckets today. See these? That's what's happening today. But I did a lot yesterday. As in regards to outside, I'll show you exactly what I got going on, boys. Glitter bombs. Yo, yo. Smash that like, my dear. I'm going to be quick outside because I am still waiting on the nurse to call. Just wanted to show y'all that I cleaned up my garden. I cleaned up the garden like it was never here. This is my garden. I got it all tucked away because we're having bad weather tomorrow, and it's supposed to be the biggest one we've had. But these are going to be fine. Ain't worried. I ain't worried at all. Got my strawberries over there in their own buckets. The nurse didn't call. That's a good thing, I guess. She's busy. So, yeah. The next part of my process here is to empty that bag in the back here, this bag here. I'm emptying it and putting it into their own buckets because they're small enough pots that I can have them there. I can have them in those containers without stunting their growth. So that's my mission today, is to empty that bag into those containers. Well, these containers. And I'm going to find some way, somehow, to take this TV and fan. Because the garbage man don't take electronics. My exciting news, other than the doctor not calling, I did put my auto flowers that I popped, 1, 2, in here where my girls are. Because they were stretching a little. So now they can stretch up here. So I have 3 plants. Oh, exciting news. I topped them all. No shit. I topped every one of them. Because I was like, oh, because I topped one last night. And the other, the short one here in this bucket, I topped last night. And I topped this one last night. And since last night, I'm going to show you. Look at all this little tiny baby growth. Look at all this growth. Look at all the growth. It's called growth, people. It's like, yo, where do you know? Growth. And it's got about 2 more weeks of vegetation. 2 more weeks of vegetation. And I am going to flip these bitches into flower without flipping them. So once that flower turns on, I'm going to turn the light settings down. I'm going to leave it on 18 and 6 for now. And then I am going to turn it to 14 and 10. 14 and 10. Hey. Yo, what are you at, bud? Look at this. Ooh, check this out. Eagle Rider inspired me to make these. Yes, it's not done yet. It's not dry. But, oh, mass hole grower. Hey. Oh, shit, look at this. Mass. My first nugget. It's drying. Oh, yo, I figured you'd be proud of that one, La. 2.1 grams. And a little piney. Boys. Tuber, Kevin, what are you at? Kevin, thanks for coming in. I'm here. I just showed everyone my garden and what there was left of it. We've got a hell of a storm coming through. And unlike Fiona from Shrek, she was a princess. And this motherfucking Fiona coming up the eastern seaboard is one bitch. Yeah. So I'm going to be here. I have stocked up on water for the plants. I am getting my bottles of water filled for myself so we don't have to worry. I know we're going to be needing to boil some water at some point because it's going to be a pretty high seas. It's going to be pretty high seas, and we're in the eastern coast. So I'm waiting on a phone call from a nurse practitioner now. She's going to get me in to see my new family doctor. And that's going to happen this week. So all of my issues that's been confuffled in my head is going to be handled like with kid doctor gloves. Yo. Squirrels is not just sitting on her hands hoping to die. Nope. Because I've got a mission. I've got a mission, boys. And it's to create more and more good dank buds like that one. That's a good dank bud. You got the huckleberry today. I do have the huckleberry today, but I also have this is called butter. It's like concentrate somehow. I'm not sure how it's done, but this is called Ghost Train. And this is why Squirrels is not that squirrely today. I had a little touch of that with my little dab tool that I loves to use very occasionally. I puts a little bit of this on this silk thing and I smokes it. It's like it's the train wreck, but in a sucky form. It's a sucky form because you got to suck on the machine to get the train wreck into you. It's not a doobie. Pretty much. This is huckleberry because it is one of my favorite strains that don't cost me a fortune. I enjoy this. So the whole bedroom is now not a bedroom because I haven't been sleeping here. I've been sleeping in my bedroom, of course. But I have this all turned around to where my thing can grow up in this corner now and not over here in this corner because it's couch now. Now it almost looks like a bougie living room. I said, Jesus, this looks too nice to be mine. I did. I was like, gee whiz, am I fucking too bougie for this? And I'm like, nah, I'll put my fucking shit on the table. I'll be good. And my shit's on the table. I'm honest. It's literally what? Everything on here I use every day. Well, not every day. This is like my box of everything. Oh, yes. Everybody's got one. Nobody admits it. It's like there's 2 matches at the bottom of this. No shit, it's 2 matches. There is 2 matches. It's good to see you guys up here. I'm here smoking a doobie now because I showed y'all the girls. You got a flash of that sexy, sexy nug and over. Oh, no, right here. Right here. Oh, yeah, that's a pretty nug. I'm fucking thrilled. I don't know about you. I was like, yo, I'm cutting that today. My friend was like, do it. Go for it. Good deal. Yup. I'm doing it. I just love you too, girl. Yeah, you see me down on the floor this morning. I was very sore, so I did Ardene's lower back fucking yoga because my whole body was sore. And by the time I was done my yoga, I was like, okay, I can kick it up with some hope. And I fucking stuck my legs out, my arms out, and I did three sets, three sets of the stick outs. Shake your hands with God. I calls it shaking hands with God. God's head shake because he's shaking both your leg and your hand. Glad you were sore. Yes, I know. I know. I'm not complaining. It was wonderful. It was like, how can you complain? I know it's working. That's what I said. That's what I said. I was like, how can I complain? I'm not complaining. This is wonderful. As I fucking needed a hot shower last night after all my neck. I was like, no, I'm doing it today. So I got it done. It's gonna make me not sore. The whole that one I call shaking hands with God. That one is like a full core right from your nuts to your toes. Oh yeah, it's the whole head body shebang. If you are not in line with yourself, you're gonna hurt yourself. If you're not focused on your breath, you're gonna hurt yourself. I haven't hurt myself yet because I'm focused on my breath and I'm focused on shaking my hand with intention. Should be pose name, shaking hands with God. Yep. That's what I'm calling it. I don't know how to Hamasinopteras and all of those names for them. I barely knows a bit of French, okay? I'm not one for freaking. Hey, boss. What, masshole grower come in? How's work, buddy? Are you working today? I'm thinking about you, my dear. Misses ya. I hope you're doing well. Vermonster grows. Hope Bus, Tuber Chat, Rich Design, CSL, JCT. Whoop whoop. Yes, of course it's tea. It's peppermint tea. It's Dash tea. No product has sponsored me yet. But if they want to, hit me up. It's Stash tea. And yes, I originally bought it because it said Stash. I was a little bit of a pothead. I was like, ooh, I'll try that tea, seeing as it's freaking sketchy. And it was delicious. Mm-hmm. No, I can't stay long either because I'm expecting the nurse to call me any minute. She's a little late with the call. I'm hoping she will call and it wasn't just a big fake out. But it said Eastern Health. They're just behind schedule today. And apparently, I don't know why, I'm entitled now after being entitled all my life. I'm entitled again to a family doctor. I'm like, okay. Thanks. Should I thank them? I'm going to thank them because I didn't have a family doctor. I'm getting it into me this time, boys. So, how do you like the layout and design? I happen to like it a little bit. A little bit. I didn't do anything up here. No, I did like there. Yo. Yes, that's another box of stuff. Don't judge me. I'm here 4 years, okay? I used to have a fucking big box of stuff. In my other place, oh my god, I remember Sharon moving me. She's like, so you have been packing? And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, I don't move well, so she's like, well, where are your things? And I said, right here next to me where they've always been. Because this box was like 2 by fucking 1.5. This was a big box of stuff. She said, well, let's put that into a bag. And I'm like, oh. So she said, you can carry it like a suitcase and it can go with you. We're not taking this box. You're taking this bag. And she dumped everything out of the box into a bag, broke the box up and fucking tore it up. And she's like, good. Now she said, are you ready? And I'm like, I think so. And she said, take your bag. Because everything else was moved at this point. Because I fucking literally, I don't like to move. It's very stressful for me. So I just sit there till it's over and then I leave. Okay. I'm not a big mover. I used to move probably every 6 months to a year. After we moved out of our home, we moved a lot, and we were the ones that moved ourselves. So we'd pack, we'd fucking get up, we'd get ourselves out, we'd move. Like there was houses that are just down the road that we'd move to. One time we moved across the street, so we literally picked everything up, packed everything, and moved everything. Dad was always the last to go. We'd leave him on a chair because he couldn't walk, so we would carry him wherever he would move. So we managed to move across the street. I think there was like 21 houses on Canada Drive. There's a place called Canada Drive here in our city. And it was 21 houses we moved on different times in like that amount of years. We moved at least once a year. So moving for me is difficult because I don't like moving anymore. Okay. I don't like moving anymore if I don't have to. This is the longest spot I've been at, and it'll be 4 years come March, I think. Yes, 4 years in March coming. And that's I used to move every 6 to 9 months. 6 to 9 months, every 6 to 9 months, I'd move, find a new spot, different spot. Change your number, change your name, kind of thing. Keep the name, change your number. Cheers, Manic. Hey, you and Patty Mouth, great. Yes, was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday. It was a great show, my dear. It's good to see you. I'm here smoking a doobie of huckleberry. About to have another little piece of this Ghost Train butter, but only after I smoke a joop. I'm not doing it right now. I have harvested my first official bud. It's 2 grams. It's 2 very prideful grams. And yes, the light cost shipping, and MJ gave it to me. And I bought soil, and I won the FOOP. I mean, on a budget, it really didn't cost me much. It cost me $30 for 2 grams. $35, really, because I won everything else. So, I have 3 plants now that are in full finishing veg. Got probably a month left to veg on all 3 plants that are left in there. I'm hoping that they produce now that I've topped them. Once I've topped them last night and this morning, I topped the last one. They started to sprout little buds, like little sprouts off of where their leaves used to be. Yes, I picked some of them off, but I tried not to damage the things where they're coming out now. So I'm very pleased to say for my first ever grow, I succeeded so far. You can't really say you're an artist till you sold a piece or 2 and not to family. And I'm an artist, but I'm also A cultivator of marijuana. Yo, yo. It's not illegal because I don't have 4 plants. I've only got 2 right now. 3 right now. Yeah. 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 I'm very excited. Once you make a sale, you're a professional. I like it. Cheers. Someone got to be a plug for me, boys. I need a plug now. Selling my weed. Cheers, boys. We can't forget, I got an auction coming up the end of the month. Please don't forget, I have an auction coming up the end of this month. It's going to be spectacular. It's going to be a little bit better than last month's auction. It didn't work out too well, but we're going to get it on the go this time. We're definitely getting it on the go this time. Like I said, all pieces are going for rock bottom prices because Squirrels needs to clear out her painting area. It's got a lot of pieces. I've got small ones, big ones, any kind of sizes. You name it. Like there's 2 smaller ones and a bigger one. Now those here are starting at $25 and the little tiny ones are the $5 ones. So I'll have all the pictures up on Instagram this week. If you want to follow me on Instagram, it's Squirrels World. On here, it's Painting with Squirrels, but you already knows that because you showed up. Thanks for showing up. It really do count. It makes me feel pretty good that you guys are showing up here every morning just to see me. And I do a little bit of a ramble on. Most people check me when I do that. So you don't check me. Whereabouts do you live? I live in Newfoundland in St. John's, Canada, right on the East Coast. My town is the most easterly point in North America. It's a very famous town. Yep, John Cabot showed up here after the Vikings tried to claim the place, and so said, be the Queen of England. Yeah, that kind of thing. I wasn't here then. I know a little bit about it. It's a big rock in the middle of the ocean, and it was tropical 1,000,000 years ago, but it is now freezing to death. It is now in the cool, cool Atlantic Ocean. I knows it was tropical. We have many beaches. Like a lot of our inlets and coves and shit like that. Got a lot of rocks that are bad for us and dangerous, but we got a lot of beaches. Yeah. That are not man-made. Yeah. So, but we also got a lot of stone, like granite. There's a lot of granite in the ground. It's an awful lot of granite in the ground. So people usually blow that shit up when they need it moved. I like to move my mountains gently. And that's kind of what I'm doing here. I'm on a journey of self discovery, I guess you would call it, self enlightenment. I have given up a lot of the things that were bad for me, a lot of the things that were killing me. I have went against doctor's orders and stopped taking diabetic medication. I was diagnosed with diabetes and high blood pressure after that. And I have no longer taken them now. I'm off of all that now 2 years. come October, which is in another week and a half. So in a week and a half's time, it'll be 2 years off of my insulin, metformin, and blood pressure stuff. And my doctor, before she retired in July, called me and almost had me in tears. She did. She said, I'm retiring," she said, "and I don't usually say this to many people, but," she said, "you have made a remarkable recovery in life. You got your second chance here. I'm looking at your liver." She said, "You're picture perfect." And I'm like, "That's impossible because you were telling me I'm dying." And she said, "I know." But she said, "You turned your life around. You completely quit drinking. You completely stopped smoking. You stopped coffee. You stopped eating bad for yourself on a daily basis. You've literally done a 360 in your life." She said, "You haven't took a pill for me." Uh, she said, "Because of any of this," she said, "in over a year and a half." She said, "I gotta say, I gotta hand it to you," she said, "as a doctor and as a human being," she said, "I'm proud of you." And I'm shocked here in disbelief that the doctor would call me and say something like that, because here was her last day at work and she thought of me and my journey and the path that I'm on, and knowing how desperate I was to free myself from these doctor's pills and doctor's medications. I I could not scream it loud enough that every pill that's out there formed got a side effect that's going to kill you. It's going to kill us one day. It's going to give you something that makes you hurt worse than your issue you're taking the pill for. And that by getting right with yourself and understanding what your body needs to nourish itself and just giving it that, don't need the extras. You don't, but I give myself the extras because I've come a long way and I'm allowed to have a piece of cheesecake if I want it once a month. Or if I'm doing a pescatarian diet now, probably 2 months. Yeah, I failed at it. I haven't eaten it. It was a diet. That doesn't mean that I'm going to go back to eating dairy and meat. That just means that I have to tighten up what I eat and make sure that I know what I'm putting into myself. That when every bite I puts into myself, it's going into my body. It's keeping me alive. Like dandelion takes pressure down in your body. It's an anti-inflammatory. It's good for your heart. It's good for your everything. Drinking that in a tea, simply making that adjustment in your diet makes a change in your life, makes a change in your body. It gives you extra mojo. You know what I mean? You know? Taking garlic more than twice a week. Like actually having some garlic in your food, eating it and sustaining with it. Like it's not going to kill you. It's going to make you feel better. There's different herbs for different conditions out there. If you have something, there is a herb out there that will help you. I took milk thistle, which I swears by this now. The little capsules that I got in Costco. It's so many micrograms of milk thistle. And I said, my God, the milk thistle that I'm taking, it's almost hurting me. I feel like there's a throbbing in my liver area. So I stopped taking it. But now that I'm here and my liver is perfect, my liver is the picture perfect. It's a picture perfect liver. I almost think that it could have helped with me stop drinking, changing my lifestyle, started moving my body. I started feeling myself, getting stronger. How could I get stronger? I needed more. So I looked around and I fucking said, what do I do? So I started using my glue bottle, my big glue bottle, and I tied up a freaking dishcloth to it. And I started lifting it because I needed to gain the strength. And now I'm looking at it. I was saving my own life. Yes, doctors will help you, but they're only making their educated guesses. They're only told to sell this pill and not that pill. It's a fact. It's a fact. And if anything in this world is wrong with you, there is a medical natural herb that can be either pressed, put into a tea, eaten raw, chewed up into a fucking spit salve, and put onto your burns or compost. There's anything that could go wrong or could be wrong with a person's body. There's a natural mycelium web for that fucking natural illness. And I'm going to get louder as I go because my true mission is not yet found. But that is a big part of my true mission. Not that I'm here looking to change the world or anything. I just want to change my world. That's enough for me right now. If someone's out here listening and is thinking, oh shit, bitch is for real, I'm for real. I spent 20 of the last years of my life addicted to doctor's medication. Since I'm 18 years old and I had my first fucking cyst rupture. I had a cyst rupture on my ovaries. I was 18 years old. And my doctor put a fucking red sticker on my chart and said, now you're addicted. And I said, excuse me? He said, well, you're coming back for more. And I said, you gave me a medicine that helped me. He said, you went to a hospital and got the same medicine. You're back again. He said, you're addicted. And I said, oh my God. And I said, I'm 18 years old. I was overwhelmed. But it got to a point of where he didn't stop giving me the prescription. He kept giving me the prescription. And when that didn't work, he gave me something else. And when that didn't work, he gave me something else. And when I finally couldn't take it anymore, he gave me morphine. And almost took my life. So you have a choice in life. You can let the doctors tell you, here you go. Or you can stand up and say, I want to try and fucking find another way. I want to try to find another way. I want to try and find another way. And say that till you're blue in the face. Yeah. Reporting for what? Ensuring that I'm comfortable? That's all he did. He told me I had a right to be pain-free. Yeah. I had a right to be pain-free. Yeah. But I stayed with that doctor for a long time. Till I couldn't anymore. Till I couldn't watch his patients and myself get sick every time he decided to go on vacation. And what? Have us all out in the emergency room shitting our legs off. That's what I said to people. I said, this is ridiculous. There was people sick, violently ill, because he didn't bother to come in that day. It was a shit show that I wasn't looking back on. And I said, if this does kill me, let it kill me now, because I'm done with this shit. And I walked out. I walked away from it. And I was very lucky to have a way out. I left the province. I got sick and detoxed on my own. I was a month very, very sick. I was a very, very sick woman trying to find a job in the middle of Calgary. a victim. I was a victim. I brought up my whites and 2 interview outfits. And I was a victim. I was sick. I was very gray. My face, my skin, my eyes were tired. I was sick. It was hard looking for work. Going to restaurant to restaurant, very sick, visibly sick. And I finally got a job. And it changed me. It was the 31st day. And I said, I survived this day. And I won't ever look back. And I didn't. Till I relapsed when I came home. Till my lifelong friend showed up with 2 of the pills that I used to sniff. You said you were sick, he said. And I was like, yep. I took them and I sniffed them. I did. It was the hardest thing I could have done because it was so long. It was something I had to do for myself to stop and never look back again. So, when people think that I'm a victim, I'm not a victim. I made some shitty choices. Made some really shitty fucking choices. Because I kept going back to the doctor. After he told me I was addicted at 18 and I should never be given pills again. He kept giving me pills and I kept going back to him. It was like, okay, thanks. It was a nightmare. And all he wanted was his fucking visit money. It was from the government because I'm just a Canadian citizen. You get so much from the government to get a visit to a doctor. The doctor gets so much. And every time he wrote a prescription on a different colored pad, he got extra money. He did. Every time he wrote a prescription for someone, he got X amount of dollars extra. And that's all it was. It was his form of terrorism. But I chose, after a long time of looking back at that, and I can't blame my friend because he was just trying to help out his sick friend. I don't blame him. I blame myself because I should have chosen. And I'm getting to the point here, guys. I don't mean to freak anyone out or get upset. I'm not upset. I'm happy because it was emotional, yes, to look back at that and to know that that's how it happened. Just today, I want you all to know I'm stronger today than I was then. And I wouldn't allow that to happen. Like I wouldn't have those people in my home ever again to do that. I'm smarter than that now. You know what I mean? It's like you focus and you learn. And everything I'm doing, it's not for naught. It's because I was a very broken person. And I still am that broken person. I'm just dealing with my brokenness. I'm dealing with the brokenness without drugs. If that makes sense. Does that make sense? I'm still here broken, but healing. So it's a matter of I don't need to do the things that broke me before because now I have things that heal me. Okay. And it's emotional for me because I realized today was like very close to a big date for me. And I didn't think I could get there. I didn't think I could get 600 days in, but I already have 600 days in. It's just a matter of knowing there's a lifetime ahead of me and I'm good to go. You know, there is no doubt. There is no passing judgment on myself. I've already done it. I'm okay with what I've done. Now I have to be okay with what I do. Right? Sorry. Sorry, so sorry. Wow. But again, I brought glitter into this world. My world. This is like epic moments when I can sit down and fucking paint something and take 2 hours and make something so pretty or so funky that it makes you smile. Me, I mean, not you. I'm not painting for you unless you want something. Paint it. But I'm painting for me. Right? It's the little things that matter. It's the freaking hours that I can spend just hoping that something is so beautiful and it turned out so beautiful. That's amazing. So, and I'm about to fucking drop it like it's hot at the end of the month. I'm getting rid of all these pieces. I've got paint coming, so I need to paint more so I can make room for the new paint. And that's my mission. I've got a lot of missions today, people. I've spent 45 minutes here. 46. Okay. I didn't mean to go bawling and crying today on the freaking TV land. But when emotions happens, it's okay to embrace them. You don't have to fear the emotions because they're real. And if you suppress them, and if I had to be like, sorry, boss, I'll talk to you later, and stop, you wouldn't have heard my message. Okay? And I hope you got the message. I don't even know the message right now. I know that I'm a hot mess. I'm a little bit of a hot mess. Yes. It does. It does. It's a certain piece about it. I can just get lost into a painting and not worry about anything. Right? So I am blessed to have started painting, and I'm blessed to have actually become an artist. Shocked the shit out of me. I know that. It shocked the shit out of me because I didn't think I was an artist. But I am. And I know I'm going to make some beautiful pieces. And it's okay if nobody likes them. Because by the time I put my name on it, I'm going to like it. So. And again, I hope y'all got my point, people. There is a better way. There is an option. Just take your fucking path and fuck left if you got to. If that's what helps, you got to do that. If that's what you got to do it. Sometimes it's going to suck, but staying where you're not wanted sucks worse. Being addicted to something you can't control, it's a nightmare. Liking, it's just an option. Right, exactly. I'm doing it because it's beautiful. And if you don't think it's beautiful, that's fine. You're not looking at it right. My opinion. That's my opinion. You're not looking at it right. You don't think that's pretty. If you don't think that's pretty, I don't think you're looking at it right. It shines. You're just not seeing the shine. This is a piece of Clift. This is a Clift, but it's called Ocean Sprays because it ended up looking like a lady with her legs spread open. Yo, saucy. I know. But I'm leaving it. I painted her toenails. All right now. I painted her toenails. I did. I was like, thanks, Tito's, for the inspiration. I was like, Tito's McGee is getting her toes done. But it's not Tito's McGee, it's just her toes. I just had inspiration to paint a rock, and it ended up looking like a sideways woman. And I'm like, oh, I like it. Hey, hey. Well, again, guys, I appreciate y'all for coming in here for the hour that I do show up here for in the mornings. I will be excited and grateful for Saturday when it comes because I sings in the evenings. And if y'all guys want to hit me up or reach out to me, y'all knows how to get a hold of me. Instagram, Squirrels World. I'll be on Facebook, but it's me. It's Shirley. Shirley Anstey. That's me. I lives in Newfoundland. So don't get the wrong Shirley. There's a few of us. Keep doing you, squirrels. That's right. I also got Squirrels World is an artist on Facebook, but it's not a very updated paid for page. I didn't pay for it. So, Carol, hey, thank you for being here. I had a bit of a meltdown, but it wasn't a meltdown emotionally. It was a remembering the way it was. Like, I was very much not a strong person back then. And things change. I do appreciate y'all. I want you to all smash that like, share it out. Tell your friends if you knows they knows I'm nuts, right? Don't send them not knowing that. I want y'all to have a great day. I have a little list made up that I'm going to forget, as I always do. I need some fresh fruit and bounce. Live in Vancouver, coast to coast. Hey, girl. I am here in Newfoundland, all the way down in East Coast. Tom Girl City. Boys, I appreciate y'all for being here. Scrapman Dan, CSL, for Monster Grows. Mass Old Grower showed up. What are you at, my rare? What are you at? Thank you all for being here. I'm gonna go see what the hell happened to that lady. She's super late for her appointment with me. I hope y'all has a decent day. Thank you.